Real Ghost Story VIP Room. Just saw the title of the story. I believe you all would think that maybe a VIP room is worth hundreds of dollars a night, and look. But in fact it is not like everyone thinks. In fact, Lin is a law student at a university in Kampong Tom province. Must learn to save some. This happened about a month ago. While every time Lin stayed in the room at least 100 more, but that day when Lin went to school, Lin went to the guest house, the room was full. Only room 3 was left, and on the first floor. Lin thought it would be easy to come down to something to eat at night, and it would not be difficult to go up and down a lot, which led to sweating, so Lin decided to take that room. At night, after leaving school, Lin did not immediately go to the guest house. We broke up and went back to rest. When we got to the guest house, Lin changed his clothes and clicked on the phone a bit. An hour later, Lin fell asleep and went to the bathroom to take a shower. While Lin was taking a bath, the light flashed a few times and then stopped for about 5 minutes. Lin asked the innkeeper if there was no power outage. They answered no. Lin asked because Lin saw on his bed, pillows, blankets and towels. It seemed like someone came and threw the whole bed out of suspicion. Then Lin called another person after finding out that this was done, and Lin did as usual, because to be honest, Lin saw too much until the class was scared, and then Lin began to sleep with all the lights off, leaving only one bathroom light, easy to solve the problem at night. Lin began to close his eyes. Suddenly the light on the ceiling shone brightly. Lin got up and went to sleep again. Suddenly his fan stopped spinning. Lin got up to press the switch to turn on the fan again. Lin fell asleep again, pulling his blanket off the bed. Lin got up and walked over to pick up the blanket and shouted, "Let it be night, and let them go to bed." Again. This activity continued until almost 2 o'clock in the morning, until he could not bear to play. Lin stopped worrying and fell asleep. He also said that if there is anything to help them, please tell them. They are not your enemies, they just come to stay to learn. If there is improvement, please let them go down. Lin thought, and then continue to sleep. This time there is still one hand came to touch my head again, but instead came to rub my hair like they massaged my head until I fell asleep until dawn. A week later, Lin had to go to school again. Lin stayed in another room, and that night he went out to hang out. Asking the elephant to step on the tiger, he sat for a while. He felt strange, seeing that the situation was quiet. No one was sitting at all. The motorbike was quiet. He was sitting on a bench, very surprised. He went to see, but he saw only people, but the people were busy. It was quiet for more than 8 hours. And Lin slowly approached the woman, feeling very pale, touching Lin's hair. Lin's head died suddenly. She was stunned, could not say anything, suddenly disappeared, and she was thought to be haunted. Because she had not seen anything yet, but all the people were gone. Lin was about to run to the guest house when she appeared. His face almost touched his face. Buddha was very beautiful on Lin's pale face. Lin saw only a big mouth full. Did not see any eyes, nose. All of a sudden he seemed to lose consciousness. He woke up Lin while Lin was in the old room that was repaired last week. Because of fear, Lin could not see anything. He closed his eyes, only decided to thank his parents, finished chanting, and then bowed in his heart to thank his parents, grandparents, and pray a Ratanatre Bon Kosal. Built in the past, dedicate to the spirits who are here to go to death and liberate all sorrows. If there is awkwardness, let the agriculture be over. He opened his eyes and saw that he was in another room that had been repaired today. He was relieved and went back to sleep.